apparently offering some suggestions as to how to make Jerry Brisco submit. Dory Funk Jr. even distrustful of this man, Cowboy Bill Watts. Watts sits down now in Dory Funk Jr.'s corner. A discussion going on with the referee. Now the match underway. Dory Funk Jr. face lock on Jerry Brisco. Mind you now, pins do not count in this match. The only way you can win the match is by a submission hold. And now Jack Brisco, the world heavyweight champion, who is scheduled to defend his title later this evening against Cowboy Bill Watts, moves down to ringside and quite obviously concerned over the fact that Watts is in Dory Funk Jr.'s corner. All right, Jack Brisco, the world champion, sitting down, watching carefully. Match continues now. There's Watts, watching carefully. Side headlock off the ropes, both men off the ropes. Good ankle sweep by Dory Funk Jr. Drive Brisco to the canvas, but Brisco breaks it up back on his feet. Leapfrog by Dory Funk Jr. He misses that flying drop kick. Jarring at spine again, and now Jerry Brisco into a full Boston Crab, putting that tremendous pressure on Dory Funk Jr. Dory Jr. has extremely powerful legs, taking a lot of pain and a lot of punishment here, but not conceding. Jerry Brisco trying to hold it in there, trying to keep him down, but those powerful football legs of Dory Funk Jr. power him out. This match really beginning to take its toll on these two competitors now. Now, Dory Funk Jr., the former world champion, goes into the abdominal stretch. Jerry Brisco, now Jack Brisco watching very concerned, supplying him from outside of the ring. Jerry Brisco badly stunned. Dory Funk Jr. moving slowly now, driving that knee into the side of the jaw of Jerry Brisco. Jack Brisco watching with, obviously, with more and more concern. Jerry Brisco able to move out of the way that time as Dory Funk Jr. tried with the elbow. At this point, he had been tied into the ropes for several moments, and Dory Funk Jr. had really been belaboring that left leg, catching him in the ham itself, the upper thigh muscles, and really applying a lot of punishment to that leg. You can see Jerry Brisco hanging on for life now, and again, Dory Funk Jr. applying more pressure to that leg. This, of course, is the hold that won him the World Heavyweight Championship here in Tampa from Gene Kiniski, the inside spinning toe hold. And he's Jerry Brisco putting up with tremendous pain, agonizing pain in that already injured leg. And now Dory Funk Jr. wanting to mete out more punishment. Crashing down on the upper thigh, crashing down again. And that knee is beginning to swell badly. Now watch Dory Funk Jr. You can see now that knee is very close to coming right out. And it's obvious here that Jerry Brisco is not going to concede if he can possibly help it. It reminds me of about 2 years ago when Dale Lewis had the Lewis lock on Jerry Brisco. He refused to concede. He would not concede. His shoulder was torn out, and he was out of wrestling for several months. And I'm sure that memory is coursing through Jack Brisco's mind right now. Dory Funk Jr. throwing caution to the winds now, inflicting punishment and pain. And Jerry Brisco, grimly determined, is not conceding, tries to kick free, but he can't. And Brisco, just in desperation, you can see his mouth in a silent scream as that pain courses through his body, but he will not concede. And this is the same Jerry Brisco that refused to concede once before in his career, and it almost ended his career. Jack Brisco could take it no longer. He signaled for the bell, moved in to separate Dory Funk Jr. Now Dory Funk Jr. catches Brisco. And of course, the animosity between the Funk family and the Brisco family is nationwide as far as its infamy. And now, two men here in a slugfest, the World Heavyweight Champion, taking a tremendous risk here. A tremendous risk. He has to defend the title. There's one match following this, the Mongolian Stomper in a match following this. And now, Dory Funk Jr. with that inside spinning toe hold on the World Heavyweight Champion, and Jack Brisco. This may be all she wrote for the World Heavyweight Champion. Cowboy Bill Watts steps into the ring, knowing full well that another match precedes his. Yet now he wants the referee to ring the bell and start the World Heavyweight Championship match right now, with the World Heavyweight Champion down on the canvas with an injured knee. And look at this. This man, Watts, believes he's on an island unto himself, now trying to trying to get this championship match one match early because he realizes the tremendous physical advantage he'll have over the champion at this point. The referee again telling him that no, there is another match before this. And Jack Brisco, the world champion, leaving the ring now, and a wise move on his part. I'm sure he intends to head to the dressing room to have that knee packed in ice. Moving out now to help his brother, Jerry Brisco. And Gary Hart moves up at ringside along with the Stomper who is scheduled in this next match. And wants Hart out of the way, wants a Stomper out of the way. Jack has Jerry Brisco back on his feet. We're taking him back to the dressing room. Now watch as Gary Hart, Watts shoving Hart, pushes him to the canvas, and there's Hart giving the order. He gives the order. Bob Roop, Pearl Harbor's Cowboy Bill Watts catches him from behind, and now the Mongolian Stomper after him at the direction of General Gary Hart. Bob Roop has Cowboy Bill Watts up for a shoulder breaker, crashing him down to the canvas, and now the Mongolian Stomper beginning to throw those boots into the head of Cowboy Bill Watts. Watts being held now, pinned by both Gary Hart and Bob Roop, and the Stomper having a field day here, putting those size 14s into the head of Cowboy Bill Watts. Watts, the Florida heavyweight champion, who said he would give up his title if he could get a chance at Jack Brisco, prone on the canvas, and Bob Roop continues to deliver punishment and pain to Cowboy Bill Watts, driving that knee into the throat. Watts is inert. He's helpless. Now watch Roop. Rolling Watts outside of the ring, booting him outside of the ring. Cowboy Bill Watts almost destroyed by Bob Roop in a Pearl Harbor attack. Three men, Gary Hart, the Mongolian Stomper, and Bob Roop, attacking Cowboy Bill Watts, Pearl Harboring him from the back, and there's the man who thought he was an island unto himself, definitely out of action for the night.